had the conversation that we needed to have. Now, we've never done it. And because of that, our parents and our grandparents, they were fighting different battles. They were dealing with things that were so pressing on them that they couldn't do this, but we've got to do it.
That's right.
We've got to talk about slavery. We don't understand slavery in America. The great evil to me of American slavery was not involuntary servitude. It was not forced labor. The great evil of American slavery was the ideology of white supremacy that we created to legitimate.
That's
Yes.
It's the narrative of racial difference that we created to make sense of it. And the truth of it is that slavery in America wasn't like slavery in other parts of the world. You know, in Africa there were slaves. In Asia and Europe there were slaves. But in those countries they were societies with slavery. Slavery was transitory. It was temporary. Anybody might become enslaved. It was not this permanent thing. In America, we made slavery a permanent, hereditary status tied toward race.
That's right.
That's the great evil of American slavery. And because of that, we haven't dealt with the problems. You know, the 13th Amendment doesn't deal with the narrative of racial difference. It talks about involuntary servitude. The Emancipation Proclamation didn't do anything to deal with the narrative of racial difference.
That's right.
Limiting slavery in a few states. And because of that, I don't believe that slavery ended in 1865.
Nope.
I don't.
Still
I think
is
that slavery
going on.
just evolved. It turned into decades of terrorism.
Yes.
violence,
That's
and
right.
racism. You know, you're in Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery, you put out a report about this. If you don't have it, please email us. Go to our website. We'll send it to you. Montgomery was the most prominent slave trading space in the Deep South
Yes.
between 1850 and 1865. Montgomery. Montgomery had a line, a rail line that connected all the way up to the upper South, and so it became the cheapest place to bring enslaved people
That's
during
right.
the domestic slave trade. And so Commerce Street, Montgomery, yes sir, was the place where tens of thousands of enslaved people came. You go down to that river, you'll see the port where the docks and the boats used to come. The rail station used to bring tens of thousands of enslaved people. They'd get off the boats and the train, they'd get chained together in something called couples.
Yep.
And then they'd be paraded up Commerce Street in these couples, and slave owners would line that street to look at who they were going to buy. And then they would get positioned in warehouses and slave depots all along Commerce Street. Our building, Equal Justice Initiative, is at the site of one of the largest slave warehouses in Montgomery. And then after a day or two, they take them up to the auction spot, that little circle here, the fountain space, that was the slave auction spot. And they'd be bought and sold, and people would watch and cheer, and they would not talk about the inhumanity of that. And what we've done since that time is stay too quiet.